Okay. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Viewpoints with me, your boy, the man, NJ, to the city with the number 2 and T-O. Let's go. Now, I will totally get into some football takes, if not right now, in another video, because honestly, I got some words about, once again, how the Browns are maneuvering their quarterback situation, and honestly, it's just amazing. I got some things about that. Again, shout out Bust the Browns. Not dissing y'all at all. I love y'all. Honestly, y'all are one of my top 10 favorite teams, if not top 5. Buffalo Bills would be my second. Jaguars are still my first. And be like, why you say it like that? Y'all just wanted it. Because, again, I'm sorry, I know what some Jaguars fans will not admit, but trust me, like I say, it's the fact being, it's not even the fact that our stock is somewhat up and down. It comes our winning and losing week to week right now. It's not even that. I just know that, trust me, as I say, face those teams that are bound for playoffs year after year and beat them consistently, and then I'll believe that we are as good as we are, saying we are, and or somewhat putting on the field. Beat those teams consistently. Like, beat teams like when you beat Pittsburgh, like you beat them in Baltimore. Beat them like that consistently, not just once. Beat them like that consistently. Okay. With Blake throwing, for God knows how many yards. I want to say like him throwing for Tom Brady yards, stuff like that, or Kirk Cousins yards. Since Kirk Cousins has literally been balling for like the past 3 seasons, pretty much. He's just been owning his career. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, actually, why not? Let's just jump into some sports. Even though this was supposed to be, like I say, me analyzing the Heart and Soul album, and My Friends and My Family album, and even the possibly Find Your Purpose album. Let me just go and jump into some sports. Because the way I look at it, Kirk Cousins, I've tried to take it away from him multiple times, but I think I can't. He's elite. Or he's good. About that, he's good. I think I'll try to take it away from him, but I don't think I can anymore. He's good. He's a good quarterback. Only difference is, will he be playing with Washington next season, or will he be playing with what's the other team, or San Fran next season? I think that you have 2 quarterbacks coming out of Washington schools this upcoming draft. You have Jake Browning, I believe his name is Jake Browning, and Luke Falk. Browning for Washington, Falk for Washington State. So my big point with that is, are you not going to draft one of them? And totally, I would believe if you're going to draft them, it would totally be for stuff like, if you were to keep Kirk, I would say you're drafting one of those quarterbacks, again, for insurance, because you don't really know how long this contract will last. Even you don't fully know how the negotiations are gonna last when it comes to this signing of Kirk. You hope it's gonna be for a long term, but what if it's only for 4 years instead of 6 or 7? You need that. Security of what, if this is only for 3 or 4 years, we got this quarterback that we just drafted in a draft as, again, insurance, just in case. I think, for me, the analyst that I am, and definitely how I do this stuff on Madden almost every season, pretty much, the way I take it is that, they are totally in that position to where it's like, hey, you got 2 quarterbacks coming out of Washington schools, Washington and then Washington State. So it's like, it's not that you need a quarterback, because you don't, unless Kirk Cousins decides to leave and take his talents over to the 49ers. If he does that, then you really gotta draft somebody. Either that or pick somebody up out of the free agency. But we'll see. But totally, if he stays, I still say draft somebody just for insurance. That really can only help you in many cases. Draft somebody as his backup for insurance, just in case. And 49ers, it's like one of those 2 teams is going to get him. Either 49ers is going to retain him for another season, or either 49ers is going to retain him for either the Redskins are going to retain him for another season, or I guess you could say the next 3-4 seasons. Either they're going to get him back, or 49ers are going to get him for that deal. Because Kyle Shanahan, I think, has been on record saying he would love to, reignite with, Kirk. Like, Kirk is his guy, and he would love to reignite with him over there in San Fran. But they're just waiting for, him to become a free agent for that to happen. Because trust me, if it was through a trade, that means they would have to probably give a king's ransom to get him, probably. So, we'll totally see how it goes in future years to come, ladies and gentlemen. We will totally see how it goes in future years to come. But like I say, the Browns, Browns, you guys are legitimately one of my top 5 or top 10 favorite teams. And the way I look at the Jaguars, we totally should draft another quarterback. But like I say, just in case. This is really just in case. Whether we keep Blake or not, this is for insurance. There's too many quarterbacks in this upcoming draft where I'm telling you, you have to draft somebody for insurance. Just in case. I'm not saying you have to draft in the first or second round, but just draft somebody. Or pick somebody up out of the free agency who's a rookie for insurance. Please. And this is legitimately for both teams. I'm asking both teams to do this. Jaguars and the Redskins. Just draft somebody or get somebody out of the free agency for insurance. And I mean a rookie, by the way, in this upcoming draft, 2018. Just do it for insurance, please. That's just my analyst take on it. Please do it for insurance. Now the Browns, they are one of my top 10 favorite franchises. Whenever they're on the field, I really do root for them. But totally, the way that quarterback situation is going, it is legitimately almost what Bill O'Brien did. I think for 2 straight seasons, or just for 1 straight season. I don't fully know, but I know he did it with Ryan Mallett. I was about to say Ryan Tannehill, but Tannehill plays for the Dolphins. He did it with Ryan Mallett and Brian Hoyer. I want to say 2 years back, I believe so. 2 years back, he did it with those 2 guys, or a year back, he did it with those 2 guys. I think it was a year or 2 years back, he did it with those 2 guys. And I'm telling you this, the way I look at it, totally, it's but like I say, the Browns have 3 young quarterbacks, and I love all of them very, very much. Shout out was Deshaun Kaiser. If you ask me, he's not a bust whatsoever. He might be playing bad right now, but again, that is legitimately some of the stumbles that almost every rookie quarterback has to go through, or if not have to, does go through. So you have to be very patient with him. You drafted him in the 2nd round, and trust me, don't let this be. I mean, it's better they have him on the field making these mistakes than for them to have handled these situations like the Jets have handled it, just benching Christian Hackenberg again for the 2nd season. Because again, you got an upcoming draft where you have a lot of talented quarterbacks. So what are you gonna do? You got my boy Bryce Petty over there. What are you gonna do? You gotta find something. And you ask me, having Hackenberg start the last 5 games of the season is not going to be a big enough sample size. I think you definitely need him to play most of the season, if not a complete half of the season, to get a large enough sample size on whether he's your future or not. Playing the last 5 games, if you ask me, or 2-3 games, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to be a big enough sample size, and you're going to end up being, no offense to the Browns, you're going to end up being like the Browns, who have to legitimately draft a quarterback almost every year or something like that, I want to say, find their quarterback. If you ask me, I'm not saying the Browns should have drafted Deshaun Watson, because obviously it was, he landed in Houston for it. If you ask me, guys give purpose and reason, because even he said that's where he wanted to go, So totally, it's literally he landed in Houston for guys give purpose and reason. So, and he's doing phenomenal. But I still believe the way Bill O'Brien handled that situation was bad. And what do you mean, he handled it? How are you going to play quarterback carousel again with Tom Savage and Deshaun Watson this time? How are you going to only let Tom start versus the Jaguars? He failed that 1 start, and then you're going to say, okay, you know what, I made the wrong decision, Deshaun, you're starting. You should have gave Tom at least 5 games. That's what I'm trying to say. At least 5 games. Or 3. But giving him only 1 game, that's like what you did with Ryan Mallett and Brian Hoyer. I forgot who got the start the first game. I think it was Ryan Mallett. or it was Brian Hoyer who got that start. It was Brian Hoyer who got that start. From my common knowledge, my recent memory, it was Brian Hoyer who got that start, and then it was and then after that one game, wow, Jay Cutler suffered cracked ribs. Matt Moore expected to start Thursday in Baltimore. Well, I'm not a big fan of Cutler whatsoever, but at the same time, Shaq got blessed and wish him the best on recovering from that injury and getting back on the field and hopefully leading the Dolphins to the playoffs. Again, last year they got smacked around versus the Steelers. I'm pretty sure we all remember that. And Carson Palmer suffered broken arm. Will have surgery expected out at least 8 weeks. And this is why I'm not going to say he needs to retire, but this is why they have to think about the long-term future, most definitely, with drafting a quarterback. They didn't do it this past year. They had Trevor Knight out of Texas A&M in the offseason, but totally, this is like, and now he's over there in ATL on the practice squad, I believe so, but come on, you got to do something, and thank God this upcoming draft is chock full of quarterback talent because, like I say, teams like them are going to need to take advantage of that. Whether Carson decides to play another year or not, they're going to need to take advantage of that talent. They're going to need to take advantage of it, like possibly Mason Rudolph, possibly. And you know what's going to be amazing if I say that in this video and then upcoming draft, they actually do draft Mason Rudolph. We'll totally see what happens. My personal pick for the Jaguars to pick are guys like Josh Rosen. He's my personal guy, Josh Rosen, or what's his name? Josh Rosen or Baker Mayfield. Those are my two personal picks that they should definitely consider. My first pick would be Josh Rosen. The second one would be Baker Mayfield. And like they totally get whichever one y'all decide is best fit for y'all. Or if you don't like those two, again, you got an entire list of quarterbacks to choose from. Just definitely draft somebody for insurance. And like I'm just saying, again, with the Jets, like I say, I do hope they solve their quarterback situation very, very soon because, again, the Jets, if I'm talking about them now, again, back to them again. Like I say, the Jets, like I say, I love Hackenberg, I love Petty, but Petty was definitely my first guy when it comes to this. I do believe like you have to see what you got in those guys. And the Browns, let me go back to the Browns right quick. The Browns need to I would hope they don't try to draft another quarterback this year. And if they do, they have to. At least if you ask me as me being an analyst, and if I was a GM, this is what I would do. If we're going to draft a quarterback this year, again, you have to cut or trade one of the quarterbacks that you already have. You should not have four young guns, on one quarterback roster like that. This is not Madden where I will have way more than four. In Madden, I'll fill my roster up with 6 to 7 of them. But that's just me and how I decide or / choose to manage my roster each and every year. I go to the playoffs each and every year, mainly. Regionally, I missed it, recently I won the Super Bowl. The past 2 seasons I hadn't missed the playoffs, but you get the point. If I was the GM of the Browns, I would, again, shout out bless the GM of the Browns. He's done a good job. I'm not going to lie. He's done a good job of drafting good quality talent. He's done a darn good job. But I'm telling you this, like I said, you got to figure out what you're going to do with that quarterback situation because no offense to the coach, he shouldn't keep playing quarterback carousel. If you don't have faith in Deshaun Kaiser to start, you shouldn't put him out there to begin with because it really makes me a tad bit angry as a mutual Browns fan, but definitely as well a mutual Deshaun Kaiser fan. It makes me a tad bit annoyed to know you're putting him out there just to yank him in the second, third, fourth quarter. What is up with that, man? Yeah, I mean, legitimately, like it's like saying if you want to destroy a quarterback's confidence, sure, that's like legitimately one of the best ways to do it. Keep yanking them week after week after week like that, especially a young quarterback. Sure, keep yanking them week after week after week like that. Again, more of these takes in upcoming videos. Thank you all for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. It's me, your boy, the man, NJ to the City out. God bless, but once he's unashamed. Take care. God bless. I love y'all.